Hey everyone, welcome to the Dog Solid channel, and today we are going over the top 10 pros and cons of the Cavapoo. Watch all the way to the end to get to the bonus content to know whether or not Cavapoo is right for you. There are many reasons, which we will discuss later in this video, why the Cavapoo is growing so rapidly in popularity among dog owners. Potential Cavapoo owners may want to know the potential pros and cons to owning the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel and Poodle mix dog. This beautiful Poodle mix is considered to be one of the first designer breeds that was bred in America during the 1950s to get a low-shedding dog perfect for those who suffer from allergies. While there are many advantages to owning a Cavapoo, there are some challenges associated with this mixed dog breed, which make the Cavapoo not suitable for some people. Without further ado, let's dive into the top 10 pros of owning the Cavapoo. Number 1. Affectionate. Being very affectionate is the number one character trait of the Cavapoo. It is believed that the Cavapoo gets this trait from the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. For centuries, the Cavalier King Charles Spaniels were known for being affectionate lap dogs for the noble and royalty. Cavapoos are perfect dogs for those who are looking for a companion who they can spend lots of time with. Cavapoos develop a deep bond with their owners and are an excellent choice for dog lovers. Cavapoos are fantastic pets both for families, single people, younger people, seniors, and also those who live in the city or countryside. Most owners say that they experience the most purest, unconditional love from these dogs, and who wouldn't want that in a pet? Number 2. Low non-shedding. Cavapoo is considered to be branded as a hypoallergenic dog due to their low shedding coats. There's no such thing as a hypoallergenic dog according to the American Kennel Club. People who believe that they're allergic to the pet's fur are actually allergic to the dander or dandruff. The Cavapoo inherits its low shedding traits from the poodle parent. The poodle is one of the top pure breeds known to be a perfect match for those who have allergies. There's no guarantee if the Cavapoo will inherit these desired poodle genes, but if it does, the Cavapoo will be great for people with respiratory issues and allergies. Just as a precaution, if you do suffer allergies, you want to make sure you spend time with a Cavapoo before you purchase to make sure that the Cavapoo is perfect for you. Number 3. Eager to please. Since the Cavapoo is bred to be loyal and show unconditional love to its owner, it only makes sense that the Cavapoo would be eager to please. The Cavapoo strives to make its owner happy and will try to do what is asked of them. This is one of the traits that allows the Cavapoo to learn a variety of tricks and become very sociable with strangers. Eagerness to please is another trait that it inherits from the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel breed. Science will explain that dogs are loyal to their humans because you give them food and shelter. But when it comes to the Cavapoo, it's unconditional love that describes their loyalty. Number 4. Good for first-time dog owners. There are some dogs that are simply better than others for the first-time dog owner. These dogs have the characteristic of being trainable and are easygoing. Dogs who are highly sensitive, independent thinking, or assertive may be harder for the first-time dog parent to manage. The Cavapoo embodies all of those characteristics that a first-time dog owner would desire. Their sweet nature, eagerness to please, and low shedding coats make them a good dog for those with limited experience. Being a first-time dog owner can be challenging, so you should carefully consider whether you've got the right set of circumstances to own a dog before contacting a breeder or rescue shelter. Number 5. Sociable. These gentle breeds are incredibly social. You don't have to worry about putting them up in another room when your friends come over, because these dogs love everyone. The Cavapoo is an excellent choice if you have children because of their friendliness and also loyalty. They are amazing with other animals and other dogs. Because the Cavapoo is extremely sociable, they also make amazing therapy and emotional support dogs for the elderly. Number 6. Highly intelligent and easy to train. The Cavapoos are highly intelligent dogs due to the fact that it inherits its intelligence from the poodle. I'm sure the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel is pretty smart, but the Poodle is the second most intelligent breed out of 195 breeds recognized by the American Kennel Club, so there's really no comparison there. Because the Cavapoo is highly intelligent and eager to please, training these dogs is a breeze. When it comes to dog training, it can be overwhelming because the truth is that training your dog is a very big project. Owning the Cavapoo makes the task of dog training less daunting. Some owners say that this crossbreed actually makes training more enjoyable. The Cavapoo responds quickly to positive reinforcement as opposed to negative reinforcement. Positive reinforcement means adding something immediately after a behavior occurs that makes the frequency of the behavior go up, such as a reward. Negative reinforcement is yelling or sending the Cavapoo to the crate after it makes a mistake. Number 7, sizing. On average, a full-grown Cavapoo can reach 10 to 15 inches in height and weigh anywhere between 15 to 25 pounds. The Cavapoo won't be able to fit in your pocket, but they can easily adapt to apartment living conditions. Keep in mind that the Cavapoo is a hybrid breed, so the only way to really gauge the height of the breed will be based on the pedigree of its parent. The Cavapoo is not what you would consider as a lapdog, but you will be able to take them everywhere with you. Number 8, temperament. The temperament of the Cavapoo is described as a nice balance of being active and laying low. The Cavapoo develops this even balance from its crossbreed. The activeness comes from the Poodle and calmness comes from the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. The Cavapoo's temperament will depend on the parents, socialization, and their environment. For the most part, the Cavapoo behavior will be kind, warm, and endearing. Just as a warning, if you don't put in the effort to give your Cavapoo time and attention, the dog could become distant and withdrawn. Number 9, relatively healthy. The Cavapoo is considered to be among the healthiest of the hybrid poodle dogs. The lifespan of the Cavapoo is between 10 to 15 years. As a hybrid dog, it is true some of the health risk of the Cavalier and the Poodle breed can be eliminated. Even if the parents of the Cavapoo are well-bred and come from an outstanding bloodline, it still might experience several medical conditions. Buying from a reputable breeder might also lower health risk, but we will talk more about that later. Number 10 comes in a variety of colors. One of the fun things about the Cavapoo is that it comes in a variety of colors depending on their parents' features. The Cavaliers only come in 4 different colors: chestnut and white, a tricolor of black, white, tan, and ruby. The Poodle comes in an assortment of colors and patterns, which gives the Cavapoo variety of color that everyone loves. The Cavapoo comes in 2 patterns, solid and a party-colored, otherwise known as tricolored. For the solid colors, the Cavapoo comes in black, red, apricot, black, and tan. For the party-colored, the Cavapoo has white body with colored spots. Any of the solid colors can come in the party pattern. Let's get into these cons, and there are only 5, and it will be quick. Number 1, separation anxiety. Separation anxiety is the number 1 complaint when it comes to the Cavapoo. Believe it or not, separation anxiety is common chronic canine disorder. It can affect any dog, no matter the breed. Some breeds do appear to suffer with separation anxiety more than others, and the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel has the reputation for separation anxiety because they don't do well when left alone for a long time. And this is where the Cavapoo inherits the separation anxiety from. Some owners have stated that Cavapoo will go on a no-eating binge when they leave for long periods of time, such as a vacation. So this is something to consider if you're weighing up the options on whether or not to get a Cavapoo. Separation anxiety can manifest itself as persistent barking, howling, or whining when you leave the home. Other symptoms include destructive chewing or digging, and in some extreme cases, defecating or urinating inside the home. The Cavapoo is not for someone who has to work a lot and can only spend a minimum amount of time with the Cavapoo. Families with young children, such as infants, are not a good match for the Cavapoo, since the Cavapoo is going to need a dedicated owner who can spend unlimited amounts of time with them. Number 2, grooming. Even though the Cavapoo is a low-shedding dog, the amount of effort it takes to groom them can be both a pro and a con depending on the owner. So for now, we are going to call it a con. For those dog owners who find it relaxing to brush the coat of their dog or clip their nails, then the Cavapoo is for you. And you must be able to stick to a routine when it comes to grooming the Cavapoo on your own, such as daily brushing to prevent tangles and knots. But for those who don't find grooming relaxing, then the Cavapoo can still be for you. It will just require a trip to a professional groomer every 4 to 6 weeks, which could be pretty expensive. For dental health, the Cavapoo needs to have their teeth cleaned daily to avoid periodontal disease, and for healthy ears, the Cavapoo must have their ears regularly cleaned to prevent ear infections. Number 3, barking. The Cavapoo can be known for its excessive barking. The excessive barking can come from separation anxiety, attention seeking, or someone just walking past the house. Since Cavapoos are very intelligent, they can pick up on the fact that barking gets them attention. And before you know it, you will have a Cavapoo with a very bad habit of excessive barking on your hand. Another thing to note, again, is the Cavapoo is such a loving dog that the excessive barking can be one of the several ways that they demonstrate happiness, excitement, and a range of other emotions. Not all Cavapoos have this bad habit, it just depends on the training and the temperament of the dog. Number 4, house training. The Cavapoo has the reputation of being difficult to house train or potty train, even though the Cavapoo can learn other tasks fairly quickly. If you have low tolerance for possible accidents, or for those who work long hours and cannot be consistent with house training, then a Cavapoo might be difficult for you to handle. The Cavapoo will need extra time for teaching them how to potty train. There are many ways to potty the Cavapoo, but the quickest way is to always be in control of where they are and what they are doing. Once you quickly learn the signs of your Cavapoo, then you will be able to escort them out of the house or to the puppy pad before they have an accident. By doing this, it will allow you to have the added benefit of the bonding with them. Number 5, not a watchdog. If you are in a market for a watchdog or guard dog, then the Cavapoo is definitely not the dog for you due to its extreme friendliness. Since the Cavapoo loves everyone, including strangers, you shouldn't be surprised if your Cavapoo runs up to an intruder and tries to show them all of the love in the world instead of protecting you. Well, that wraps up the top 10 pros and cons for the Cavapoo. As promised, here's the bonus content if you watch all the way to the end of the video. What's the price of the Cavapoo? The average cost of a Cavapoo is between $1,000 to $3,500. Most aspiring Cavapoo owners are often surprised about the expensive cost of the Cavapoo, especially since they are a mixed breed. But the Cavapoo is what you call a designer dog, meaning that they are bred for a particular look. And since the Cavapoo have soared in popularity, so have their prices. Here are some factors that could drastically impact the cost of your potential Cavapoo. Age. In general, puppies are more expensive than older dogs. You can expect to get a pretty decent drop in price if you go with a Cavapoo that is 12 months or older. Generation. F1B puppies are generally more expensive than F1 puppies. Just to give you a quick rundown on the different generations, F1 means first generation, which is 50% Cavalier and 50% Poodle, meaning that the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel is bred with a Poodle. F1B means first generation back cross, which means the Cavapoo puppy is an F1 adult mixed with either a purebred Cavalier King Charles Spaniel or a Poodle. Most of the time, the second parent is a Poodle. The bloodline of the purebreds can skyrocket the price. Seasons. You can dramatically decrease the price of a Cavapoo if you buy during the cold weather months. Puppy buying becomes expensive during the spring or summer months since that is when a lot of people begin to go puppy shopping because it gives them time to train their puppy before the winter sets in. Buying a Cavapoo or any other dog is a big decision. That is why you must do your due diligence before you buy. Sometimes we have the tendency to look for the cheapest deal, but when it comes to investing in the Cavapoo, cheap may not be the best deal. Remember that you get what you pay for. Beware of shady breeders. You should spend a considerable amount of time to find a high-quality breeder. Since these are designer dogs, you will need to double the effort in searching around and educating yourself. Just because someone decided to breed two different dogs together doesn't qualify that dog as special. Since the Cavapoo is a crossbreed, it cannot be registered with purebred dog clubs like the American Kennel Club. However, they can be registered with canine organizations such as American Canine Hybrid Club, International Designer Canine Registry, the Kennel Club, International Canine Association. If you believe that you found a reputable breeder, it is imperative that you ask about the health, bloodlines, and temperament of the parents of your potential Cavapoo. You should also see the dog in person to examine and look for red flags. You will need to put in the hard work to find a healthy Cavapoo in the beginning so that you won't have to pay even more later. Like most dogs, there are many Cavapoo pros and cons. Hopefully this video has provided you with enough information to see if the affectionate teddy bear that gets along with everyone is the perfect dog for you. Thank you for watching this video, and check out my playlist on the different poodle mixes and other videos. The link is below in the description. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Dog Solid channel, and I will see you in the next video.